Oh,
Okay, good morning, ladies.
right.
So I thought perhaps today we'll start talking about Hanukkah, right? Because it's coming soon. And I was just saying beyond Darkecha, like that there is a shefa of light that we receive on Hanukkah, a very special light. And he was talking about hishtokokut, like we're waiting and we're longing for that light. So, like, we're even now preparing ourselves to receive the sefa that we're going to receive on Hanukkah. Um, and he was talking also, like, when preparing the candles, that like we're in a place of hishtokaku to receive that light, because we know that the the light, the Or Hadash, the light that filled Gan Eden, through which Adam and Chava could see from one end of the world to the other, Hashem hid that light, right? He hid it. He hid the light in the Torah. He hid one of the places that this light is hidden is in the lights of the menorah of Hanukkah. There's 36 candles, lights all together through the 8 days, and this light, the Oreganus, it shined for 36 hours in Gan Eden before Hashem hid that light. So as we're looking at our beautiful Hanukkah lights, we're getting a glimpse of another worldly light, of the hidden light being revealed in our Hanukkah lights. And that is perhaps why there's a minhag to stop, right, after you light your candles for half an hour and just meditate on the candles. I mean, Hanukkah is such an auspicious time to meditate. It's sometimes hard for us ladies to do that, especially if there's kids around who want latkes and whatever. But if you can be smart about it, I mean, maybe you're not going to be able to do it every night, but to try to really meditate in front of the candles, as many lights as you can. And even maybe try to anticipate and make food before, so that you don't have to jump up when you light and start making food or serving food. So what I want to talk about today is a chapter from Biyam Darkecha. I got his Hanukkah book. If anyone wants, let me know. I think that Yaakov is going to go this Friday. And it has Hanukkah, Tu B'Shvat, and Purim in this new Sefer. There's many aspects of Hanukkah. Hanukkah is the aspect of Hod. We're going to explore it more next week. What does this mean, the sphere of Hod? But from now, I just want to share with you a short chapter in which he talks about Pnimiut, the inside of the Midat of Hod. Hod is beauty, Hod is humility, but the inner point of Hod is Lahodot, right? Lahodot to Lahalel. Lahodot is to give thanks, but it is also to recognize, to acknowledge, and Lahalel, right? We say the candles, Ein lanu reshut להשתמש בהם, אלא לראותם בלבד כדי להודות ולהלל. Like these candles of Hanukkah, we don't use them for anything. Like you can't have a dark room and only your candles and you're using their light to read. The light is only to see them and to lahodot lahakir. So let's see what he says about lahodot lahakir, because it's a powerful lesson, not only for Hanukkah, but for life in general, to be in a place of gratitude for what is. So, first of all, he says the ikar of gratitude is what Hashem is giving us now. Like right now, to be in the moment so we can just do it right now. Like, thank you, Hashem, for giving us this beautiful group of women, and we're all trying to get closer to you. So really, thank you, Hashem, so much. And thank you, Hashem, for all the Torah that you're giving us. Like, we have such a shefa of Torah, and to just really be in a place of total gratitude for that. So the days of Hanukkah, I just translated a chapter. The days of Hanukkah are days of Hallel and Hoda'ah. Like we say Hallel every day. To Lahodot is really to recognize and to thank Hashem ala nisim v'ala niflaot, on all the miracles and all the wonders that Hashem did to our forefathers, Bayamim hahem b'zman hazeh, in those times and now in these times. So B'yam Darkecha says it's really hard to give thanks with all our heart about miracles that happened to our forefathers so long ago. Like, it's hard to feel that gratitude with all our heart. So how can we thank and praise Hashem with all our heart? So he says, you need to know that our hodaya, our thankfulness and our praise, not only for what was then in the time of the Hashmonaim, all the miracles, the military miracle, the miracle of the light in the Beit HaMikdash, but it is the koach and the power of what happened back then for this shefa of light that we get every year. Like, it wasn't only then that they got this special light. And if you think about it, it's like so awesome. How many generations have we been getting this light and getting this light and getting this light in this darkness? And so our gratitude is that here we are in Eretz Israel, and we're still getting this shefa of light, this light where the organuz is becoming more, the hidden light is becoming more revealed, this renewal of light. That it is going to mashpia upon us, so that when we come to Hanukkah and we start lighting, there's a shefa, an abundance, an illumination that we're going to feel, and now we're like anticipating it, but we're going to feel it. And also, he says it's a light that purifies us. And so that when we're sitting in front of our lights, there's some kind of like, it's also a purification process, because if you look at the light and you meditate on the light, surround yourself with light and bring the light into you, there's a purification that happens. So this happens especially on Hanukkah, but it also happens every time that, that we really stop and meditate on light. And the fact that Hashem is really with us, there is a purification process that happens every time that we meditate, because we're letting go, as we let go of all our barriers and all our blockages and all our constrictions, and we're allowing the light to come in. This in itself is a purification process, so that meditation in and of itself is a purification process. So this light, it's elevating, it lifts us up. So we're getting a big dose of it on Hanukkah. And every time we meditate, we're being elevated, we're being uplifted. And this is the ikar of our gratitude. And so if you think of it, I'm working on this meditation workshop of meditation before and prayer and meditation after, that after we meditate, we should, it would be great if we did feel this gratitude. Thank you, Hashem, for giving us this tool in order to elevate and purify ourselves. And I think that's why we see a lot of times in B'yam Darkecha, this place of, of meditation and prayer should bring us really to a place of simcha and a place of gratitude. Okay, I'm just continuing. He says that the Arizal says that every year there's a new shefa that's aroused that year. So what we're going to get this Hanukkah is much different than what we got last Hanukkah or any other Hanukkah. So it really is a Hanukkah, like it's from chinuch, is from rededication of the altar. And so it is a place where we are rededicating and renewing ourselves with the light of the candles. But if you think of it, every day, especially I think early morning, is a time of renewal and rededication where what you did yesterday, it's true. It's like what you did yesterday affects today, but today is a whole new day. Hashem is recreating the world anew and you anew and us anew. And so that really that every day we are arousing the Shefa and the light anew, especially on Hanukkah, where we're going to get a blast of it. Where he says that the Aravot, what's the Aravot? The vaults of heaven are opening up. He's talking about on Hanukkah to grant us a Shefa that was in those days. So in other words, you know how all the Rebbes talk about the Torah is nitzchi, it's eternal. So like I remember the Torah about Esther and Malka going to the king, and the Alter Rebbe saying it wasn't only then, it's every year that we become Esther and Malka going to the king. So it's eternal. Like what happened then affects us now. And the Shefa and the miracles that happened then, also we get a blast of that now. It's like, it's a really an awesome thought to think that this is like continued through generations. Okay. And he says that so that just as like the vaults of heaven open, then they're opening now. And this special light of Hanukkah enters into us through the koach of these holy days. And especially when we light the Ner Shel Hanukkah, through which we receive spiritual light. So I've just like this short chapter on but I want to read you something else. So I think like as we move closer to Hanukkah, and I think it could be an interesting exercise to do one night in front of the candles. And in fact, I think it's an interesting thing to start now. Buy yourself a new beautiful notebook and call it Hanukkah and put a beautiful menorah, draw one, put lights, and then all your meditations during Hanukkah. And one of them can be in front of the candles, just to have another light in the room so that you're not using that after you meditate. Write all the things that you're grateful for. I mean, this is a practice that you can do every day. In fact, Rav Arush begins his Hitbodedut practice with gratitude. First of all, everything that I'm grateful for on a physical level, think of it. Look how much we have. We have so much clothing. No generation has clothing the way we have clothing. I was watching something on Nishmat of this woman who was born in Russia, and they only had like 4 or 5 pairs of clothes, and everyone had the same clothes. And this is in our lifetime. She was born in 1976. So just to be grateful for all the physical abundance that we have and for the spiritual abundance. And ladies, we are so blessed. We have so much spiritual abundance. Like to be grateful for. And then the next thing that Rav Arush says is that whatever whatever is difficult in your life, whatever your challenges are, and we're all dealing with challenges on one level or another, right? With family members, with children, with money, with relationship, whatever. Everyone has challenges. Everyone with health, with everyone should just be well. But we're all dealing with challenges. And he says that we have to say, thank you, Hashem. This is my tailor-made challenge. Thank you, Hashem. And this challenge, whatever it is showing me that I have a tshuva to do in this area. Please show me, Hashem, what I need to fix. And we all need to fix things. And sometimes, it's not that we've done anything wrong. It's just that we can grow more. And all these people in our lives, all the outer circumstances, like the Slonim Rebbe says, he says, I put before you the bracha and the kalala. The bracha is that you hear from the life events around you. That's a bracha, that you hear what it is that you need to fix. So you say, thank you, Hashem, please show me. And then Rav Arush says, and then, you can ask Hashem for rachamim, you can ask Hashem for amuna, and you can just go on in your hitbodedut of talking to Hashem. But I just want to end before we meditate with, so on Hanukkah, when we light the candles, we say Shehachianu. So I just want to read you what he says about saying the bracha. It's just so beautiful. He says that when we say Shehachianu, when we light the candles the first night, I mean, this is good because we're getting ready for Hanukkah, right? That we should arouse our heart and really, really to thank Hashem, Al Etzem Chaim, that Hashem, just the Etzem Chaim, that we are here now in this place, and you have given us life. You have given us the opportunity to keep lighting. Lahodot Hashem. Okay, and especially now that we have the zchut. I'm putting in the zchut to be in Eretz Yisrael. I'm putting that in parentheses. To do this wondrous mitzvah and to receive the light and the life force now. We're really thanking Hashem. And he said, but often pnimi, on an inner level, thank Hashem for the Chaim Chachadashim Shemikabel. We're receiving new light. We're receiving new light every day. We're receiving a new light on Hanukkah. Kiner Hanukkah, the light of Hanukkah, lifts up a person. It lifts us up. Lichyot Chaim, to live a higher life. So that really is our goal, right? To Lichayot Chaim Gevoim Yoter. We always want to go higher. And these lights of Hanukkah are an opportunity to go higher. And more truthfully, to be more truthful. The inner aspect of Hod is Emet. We'll talk about that Bezrat Hashem next week. And to go pnim, and to go deeper inside of ourselves. Go in and up, or go up and in, whatever, like this elevation with the mercy of Hashem. It's all with the mercy of Hashem. Okay, so then he's talking about doing it with the special Nakudat of Hod, which I don't want to talk about today, but maybe next week, which is you, who, and vu, who. It's the oo sound. Hod is oo. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Hashem, ooh, ooh, ooh. But let's leave that for next time. Okay. So I'm gonna just read you one more thing from Joe Dispenza, and then I just want to thing that you have to say about gratitude. Um, Joe Dispenza is like amazing. He has, if you want to look, he has these videos about prayer and heartfelt prayer. I mean, if you want to look, I mean, for years I didn't look outside of Jewish things, but I don't know. I think Joe Dispenza is just amazing. Also because they test it all scientifically how meditation affects the brain, and so anyway, he has these great video clips about praying before you go to bed, before you go to sleep. Maybe I'll talk about it a little bit next time, because the avoda of this month of Kislev is sleep, and how we go to sleep is really important. So for those of you who say Kriyat Shema Alamita, I think you're covered. If you can't do the whole thing, then our rabbis say just say Shema. But from what I've like understood, from understanding how our brain works and how the subconscious brain works, before you go to sleep at night is an amazing time to pray and to visualize what it is that you really want. For example, let's say you're struggling with health problems. Okay, so I'll take a concrete example. So my knee, my knee hurts a bit. So what I would do is before I would go to sleep, I would pray like Hashem, please give me refuah shlema, and then visualize and see that my knee is getting better. Like to go to sleep with what you really want in your life. Or like I'm trying to write this book on meditation. So before I go to sleep at night, as I'm drifting to sleep, I'm seeing the cover of my book and I'm praying for it. I mean, it's a little bit more elaborate than what I'm saying. I'm giving you the short version of it. But anyway, I would encourage everyone, if you want to, just look at Joe Dispenza. He has a few things about prayer before going to sleep. And maybe we'll talk about it next week, because I do think because this is the tikkun of sleep and dreams that we'll talk about it. But just for a short bit, I just want to read you a short paragraph of gratitude. This is Joe Dispenza. Gratitude is a powerful emotion to use for manifesting, because normally we feel gratitude after we receive something. So what he's talking about is like when you're going to sleep at night and you feel gratitude to Hashem, like, thank you, Hashem, for helping to heal my knee. Thank you, Hashem, for helping me to write this sefer. Like you're thanking Hashem in advance for the help that Hashem is giving you, because really we can't do anything without Hashem. So he says the emotional signature of gratitude means it's already happened, which means.
Meira, can I just say something?
Sure.
David Melech does that.
Hey, hi, Sarah. Can you please turn on your camera if you can? I've asked everybody in the past, like, we're a meditation group, and I would really prefer if everyone could please come with their cameras on. If you can. I mean, if you're not dressed or something. Thanks, Leora.
Right. I usually not completely dressed. I don't know. Anyway.
Okay, so I would really, 1 minute. I really want to ask people to get dressed for the class, because it's mamash. It's kavod. It's kavod to the class. We're showing up panim b'panim. We want Hashem to shine His panim on us. So I just feel that, for a meditation class, I just feel it's important. Okay.
Okay, so I was just going to say, David Melech, in his Tehillim, he talks in present tense, like God saved me, or so it is as if it's God, God is with me in the valley of the shadow of death. It's always present tense,
right?
And I think it strengthens his emunah, like it lets us know that it's already happening. So I'm just saying, right. It's not Joe Dispenza. We have our own source way back when.
Thank you. I prefer our own sources anyhow. Thank you,
right.
But I'm just throwing in a piece.
Yes, yeah.
I remember meeting with this Rav in the old city and asking him about different meditation styles that I had learned from Buddhist sources. Like there are sounds, like sounds of healing. So he says you're absolutely allowed to use it. Allowed.
Allowed to,
His son went
allowed to do
nuts
what? To do what?
to do the sounds. Like in
Oh,
yoga, you do om, or there's sounds for the he, there's things for the kidney, for the lungs, so different sounds for different organs that comes from Buddhist meditative practices. But he says if something stands as a truth by itself, even if it comes from a non-Jewish source, then you're allowed to do it. And then he said, if you have a hard time with it, then just do shalom. If you don't like the source that they're coming from. But if there's a truth that comes through, so if it's from Joe Dispenza, he's a vehicle of transmitting truth.
right,
And he really said, this is a Rav Darmoni in the old city. So he's a reliable.
right,
Yeah.
right, right.
Just sharing that.
So thank you, Phil. So I think Joe Dispenza is a vehicle. And I think that we could take what he has and put a Jewish twist on it. That's what I like to do. So one last sentence about gratitude. Listen to this. When you're thankful or you feel appreciation, you are in the ultimate state to receive. I'm going to read that again. I think it's really important. When you're thankful or you feel appreciation, you're in the ultimate state to receive. So being thankful and grateful opens your heart, really, to be able to receive shefa and light. And maybe that's why when we light the candles, we say, Elu lahodot u'lahalel, because we are receiving this light. When you embrace gratitude, your body, as the unconscious mind, will begin to believe it's in the future reality in the present moment. Okay, that's a little bit more complicated, but your brain doesn't know the difference between past and present. So when you're saying, Hashem, I'm just so grateful, my knee is healed, I'm so grateful. Thank you, Hashem, for giving me healing. Your brain doesn't know the difference between past and present. So that when you're in a place of gratitude, you are kind of reprogramming your subconscious brain. And that's why it's also so important to do it at night before you go to sleep and in the morning when you wake up. Okay. Anyone want to, Miriam?
I've mentioned this before that from the Heart Math Institute, it's an institute, right? And so they've done studies, and so there's three things that when we are, let's say, angry or when we are ruffled up, or say if there's a person has like whatever's like triggered them, or even like maybe even a heart condition, I don't know, but there's three things that put us back into balance. And one, it's forgiveness, judgment, and gratitude. And gratitude is the easiest one to access. And you don't have to be grateful for the thing that is triggering. It could be like something triggered me, and then I'm grateful for the cup of tea that I'm having right now. And it could be something totally separate, but it helps to really regulate our system.
Right. So that's a good point. Listen, when we are triggered, and we do get triggered sometimes by events, by people, it's hard to say, oh, thank you for you. It's really, but as Miriam's saying, thank you for this cup of tea. Thank you. Thank you that I have the ability, even though I'm triggered, I have tools to come out of it, which are gratitude. What did you say they were, Miriam? Gratitude and
For gratitude, forgiveness, and being not non-judgmental.
non-judgmental.
So those are a little bit more take work than the gratitude is an easier access, I feel.
Right. Gratitude. And another one that works sometimes is compassion. Just to say, this person, he doesn't mean to be this way. Like I can have some compassion, and it has nothing to do with me, right?
Well, I think that's being non-judgmental.
Non-judgmental, which is
that compassion, I think what you're just describing is being non-judgmental. or forgive.
Right.
There,
Being
there's a-
non-judgmental is a really big one. Okay, Phyllis, you were gonna
yeah, so
say?
there's an aspect of all of this is not praying for something to become, but being thankful that it already exists. So that the peace already exists. So even though I might not feel it at the moment, I'm thanking Hashem for the peace. I'm thanking Hashem for the forgiveness, and it opens up what's already there. It's there. We just haven't experienced it yet.
Right.
So it's
Amen.
yeah.
Can you hear our tone?
But I
Valerie.
listen,
I
I listen,
have
I listen to,
sorry.
I listen to Gedalia Fenster, and he does a lot of Rebbe Nachman, and it's like, it's very, he just has these brilliant ideas. And one is, we are the problem and we are the solution. That Hashem gives us the problem so that we can find the solution. So instead of like becoming like a victim or, getting upset about it, just you embrace the problem and say, thank you, Hashem, for sending me this problem, because you're giving me the skills to improve myself, to find the solution. So
Right.
that's, I think it's very,
Yisrat Hashem.
Here I'm
It's this-
adding one more because I've been struggling with this one. When you get upset, it becomes such a focal point, whatever it is, like it becomes really big, whatever it is that's wrong. And that's 1% that you're really focusing in on that. And there's 99% that's really going very well. But we're so busy looking at that 1%, we absolutely miss the 99%. So there's you need to like zoom out and, so I've been practicing this and I find myself getting less triggered.
Right, right.
So
Amen. So I
yeah.
just have to say one more thing about this. When you are triggered, sometimes it goes into your nerve net and it like almost overtakes you. Another powerful technique is breathing, to do breathing. I don't mean 2 minutes. I mean like sit down and breathe for 10 minutes, like really, and it can really change you physiologically and help you come out of this triggered place. Because sometimes it's hard to come out of those places. Okay.
And it just came to my mind, it's Esther, that when we go into Shmoneh Esrei, say Baruch Atah Hashem, Ga'al Yisrael, like as though we've already been redeemed. Ga'al, it doesn't say Yig'al it Israel, it says Ga'al, like it's happened. So
It's
I'm
happening.
just, yeah,
Right. It's
came to my
happening.
mind.
Good. Nice. Anyone else want to add anything? Say anything? Okay. So let's meditate. I was thinking of imagining that we're in front of our Hanukkah candles. Okay. So I invite you all just to close your eyes. Just take a couple of very, very slow, deep breaths. Just very slow, deep breath. Inhaling slowly and exhaling slowly. And as you inhale, you're bringing Or Chadash, new light. The new light of today. The new light of Shefa, a new light of healing. You're inhaling deeply into your cells, Or Chadash. And as you exhale, you're letting go, just releasing. Anything that you need to release, just letting go, empty, just empty. Breathe it out like gray smoke. So we're breathing out, letting go, emptying, breathing out, gray smoke, any tension in your body, in your mind, in your psyche, just let it go. Milvado, there's nothing else. Right now, there's no past, there's no future. There's only this moment, the divine presence, being in the totally in the here and now, and just exhaling, letting go of anything and everything that you want to let go of. And then inhaling, deeply, deeply inhaling, Or Hadash, new light into all the cells of your body. So just take a couple slow, deep breaths like that. And then just imagine how you're surrounded. Your whole body is surrounded by light on all sides of your body. Your body is totally surrounded by light on all sides. And a being in an Ormakif, in a light that surrounds you on all sides. And take a moment and just sense this light. Sense the light. Feel the light. What does this light feel like that's all around you, all around you, all around you? And as you feel this light, imagine that you are becoming all light, that every part of your body, every part of your aura, that your aura is becoming lighter and airier, more filled with light. And so that your whole panemiut, your whole inside is merging with the light that's all around you. And as the Baal Shem Tov says, that you feel just totally ganuz, hidden, embraced in this effulgence of light. David Melech says, Tamu Kitov. Like, imagine that you could taste this light. What would it taste like? What does this light? Does it have a taste? And does it have a smell? Light travels in waves. And you feel these waves moving through you. Or just imagine that you're floating on a wave of light, almost like being on a cloud of light, that you just are floating free, expansive, and open. Just feel this Or Chadash, this new light. The new light is the light of revealed light, where the hidden becomes revealed. And feel how the light is becoming more revealed. And just for a moment, we're going to breathe this light. Let's just feel this place behind the bridge of your nose. Remember that place from the Ratzon meditation? So we're going to take 3 slow, deep breaths into the space behind your eyes. This time we're going to breathe this light into the mochin. This is the place of the mochin. And we're going to breathe this light into our mochin. And we're going to bring it down to our lev and bring it down to our kaved, melach. We're melach over our body. Let's do it again. Inhale deeply, or chadash, into our mochin. Feel the energy, and then imagine the light, the energy moving down into your heart and into your kaved, into your liver, and just hold it for as long as you can, filling yourself up with this delicious light. And then when you exhale, send it back up to Hashem. Light, send the light back up to Hashem. And one last time, we're going to inhale the light into our mochin. Energetically bring it down to your heart and to your liver and hold it. And then exhale, returning it back to its source. I'll just breathe out slowly one time. And imagine that you are before your Chanukah. You're sitting in your room now. And the lights of your Chanukah are shining. And just look at the lights, just to gaze. Ela levotam bilvad. Just look at these lights. Can you imagine these tiny sparks of light growing, becoming larger? And the rays of the light are becoming longer. And the rays of the light are shining down into your heart. As you feel your heart opening, and the light and the shefa filling your whole body, filling your whole aura with light. And again, let's just look at the light. Keep looking at those tiny lights, those big lights, filled with Or Hadash. Glimpses of Or Hadash. And if you're very, very quiet and very tuned in, you can hear what these lights are saying to you. Hareini Hashem darkecha. Show me holy light. Show me holy lights. Show me your truth. And so we can open up the ears of our heart to hear what these holy lights are telling us. And then breathe out slowly one time. And just say, thank you, Hashem. Hodu Hashem Kitov. Just opening our hearts in gratitude and in praise for all the miracles that Hashem did in those days and that He's continuing in these days. And then breathe out slowly one time. And we're asking, we're begging Hashem for miracles in our day, for the release of the hostages, for victory in war, to truly become the light to the nations, to the end of evil, for Mashiach. And breathe out slowly one time. And now in the light of the Chanukah, of our candles, we're going to meditate for 10 minutes. You can keep meditating on the lights. Or as you can see the letters of Hashem's name, the Yud and the Hey and the Vav and the Hey in the candles. So we're going to meditate now for 10 minutes. Chadash al tziontaim v'nizkeh kulanu b'mhera l'olam. So just take another minute and we're going to pray for Or Chadash. I'd like to pray for Hodaya, but Orit, she should have a refuah shlema. Just 1 minute of prayer for anyone that you know that needs and wants Or Chadash, healing. And breathe out slowly 1 time and just imagine Or Chadash al Tzion Ta'ir, that a new light shining upon Tzion, upon the place of the Beit HaMikdash, and just seeing the light shining out into the world. And just 1 more moment, just hoping for, praying for, yearning for, asking for Mashiach, for Beit HaMikdash, for us to truly be the light of the nations. And then just breathe out slowly, slowly 1 time. And when you're ready, open your eyes, feeling filled with Or Chadash to greet the new day. Does anyone want to share anything before we part ways? I want to add, oh, go Yafa.
So, Baruch Hashem, thank you. It was a beautiful meditation, but I wanted to share this for a few weeks and I keep forgetting. On Motzei Yud Aleph Cheshvan, I ended up at an evening in honor of the Yahrzeit. And when I walked in, Sarit Cohen, one of the hostages that was released after 55 days, was speaking. She said a lot of incredible things, but the thing that I want to share, she said that she had angels with her in Gaza, in the tunnels. Incredible things happened to her. She changed. She had guidance. That's a story in and of itself. But this is the thing. She said one day they went back and forth between the tunnels and the apartments. One day they were in the apartments and the terrorist says to her, "It's okay." He says, "Come sit next to me on the couch." He was watching television. And what she saw on the television was Hostage Square. And it kind of like blew her mind that there were so many Jewish people there and all different kinds of Jewish people. And from that, she sprung into when she got released from Gaza and she understood how many people were davening for them. She said, "I thank Hashem every night for the angels that were with me. Now I understand why." It was like implicit to her because of all the tefillah and all the kavanot. That makes angels, ladies. And it was palatable to her. So we know that, but low stum to hear that from someone who didn't know of angels and then experienced angels.
Wow.
So
Wow.
it's nice
That's
to
so
know.
beautiful. Do you have
Amazing.
that? Do you have that? Was it recorded?
I don't know. I don't
Uh,
know. Probably. It's something that happens every year. I mean, the grand ballroom of the Ramada was full. Very well attended. And they have a whole lineup of things. But we're creating angels, like ay, Bezrat Hashem.
Bezrat Hashem. Beautiful.
Also, I'll just share, I had this beautiful experience of the Samech, being supported by the Samech and really allowing myself, kind of like what Phyllis said, it's there, that bitachon. I just have to release myself into it, be'emet, 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 and believe it, choose it, believe it, let it come in, ignore the chatterbox. Like it was just so rich.
Wow,
But that samech, the bitachon, and it's not rational, it's not visible. It's like beyond. We just have to allow ourselves to go beyond.
Bezrat Hashem.
Very
Beautiful.
special.
Thank you, Yafa. Beautiful.
Thank you. Sacred space.
Okay, ladies, have a wonderful, wonderful day. And
you.
There, now,
Thank you so much, Mary. It was beautiful.
and Leah, I spoke. You're driving, but I spoke to Sarah Yehudit, and she said she would be open to do a winter retreat in Ashkelon.
Wow.
So Leah, we need to talk.
Amazing. Thank you.
Okay, ladies.
Actually, I'm going to be away for till the middle of Chanukah. In Australia, I'm going to visit my daughter, and so we can talk about Chanukah and make a
We thought maybe in
time.
Shvat,
Beautiful.
in Chodesh Shvat. What do you think?
Great. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Okay. Okay.
That's a great
So
idea.
we'll talk.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Okay, ladies. Bye. Have a good day.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
See you
See
all.
you.
Bye.